lovely people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and here we talk about hair. So I decided to make a little video just to show you something. I feel like I almost ruined my hair because what happened is I used a different shampoo from the one I usually use. I went to the store and the one I used had run out, so I decided to pick the same one but a different type with different ingredients, I suppose. My hair became so dry, my hair became tangled, and my hair was so matted. It was so hard, it was unbelievable. I felt like my hair was just gonna break off. So when I was taking it apart, detangling with my fingers, I thought to myself, hey, why not make a video and show everyone? Because, you know, a natural hair isn't all roses. You know, when you're dealing with natural hair, not everything is sunshine and roses. It's challenging sometimes, and I really want to be realistic with you guys, and I just want to show you what you might go through sometimes. And it doesn't mean your hair is bad, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with your hair. It's just our type of hair is curly, it's coily, so sometimes it tends to hug itself a bit too tight. So that's the thing. So I decided to, you know, just show you this, and if at all you have any tips and suggestions, maybe you can add them in the comment section, because this is the first time I'm dealing with hair as long as this, and you know, it might be challenging sometimes, but I know I'm not alone, you know. So all I can say is enjoy the video and feel free to comment. So everyone, this is my hair. I had already started twisting it into these big twists, sizable twists, and then like when I decided to make the video, I had already done about, say, 80% of my head. So I'm going to show you that small section that remained there. I really had to struggle through this whole process, and I'm telling you, even those small sections that are left there, it wasn't a piece of cake. My hair was so hard. I had to go in with a bit of moisture. I also had to use oil. Usually when I'm detangling my hair, I prefer to use olive oil or even shea butter. It takes down the knots, it breaks them up, breaks up the clumps. But in this case, oh, my hair was hairing. It was horrible. I'm sure you can see all those tangles there. So when I say I had to use the big guns, I rarely use castor oil to detangle my hair, but in this instance, that's what I decided to do. So let me just show you. This is a brand of castor oil found in my country. It's usually found in most outlets here. It's not even expensive, it's quite affordable here. So I went in with my moisture. I always say I like adding glycerin or rose water to my distilled water before I spray it on my hair, but in this instance I think I used a bit of glycerin. After that, I started working the water into the strands. So after working in the moisture into my strands, I got a bit of castor oil. As you can see, this is, I don't think this is like Jamaican castor oil, because this castor oil is quite clear. So I worked that into my strands. I worked that in real good, especially the ends. You can see how the hair is just tangled there. It's, I don't know how I can say, it's clamped together. It's like a bunch in other areas, as you can see. So after doing all that, after just working it in, I felt like the castor oil wasn't enough, so I had to add some more. I had to add some more to that and work that in some more. whilst, as you can see, my mouth is moving. My mother is chatting me up. She's just standing there by the door as I'm doing this. So those are the other twists that I did. I did this for, I think this took me the whole day because this became evening time. So after working that in, I started separating the hairs. As you can see, I always say, whenever, if your hair is tangled, matted, please guys, the best advice I can give you, don't go in with a comb first. Don't go in with the comb because you're going to break your hair and you will never see that length. So use your fingers. Your fingers can feel the knots. Your fingers can feel the tangles. Your fingers know where the clamps are, and your fingers are really careful. So just use your fingers first, then after which, if you feel like your hair is really detangled now, you can try to use a comb. But please, fingers first. I know it takes a bit of patience. You can see how I'm trying to pull the strands out of that knot. There's a big knot right there, so I'm trying to pull the strands out of that knot. And sometimes what I do, even if it means I'll be pulling single strand by single strand, I'll definitely do that if that means I'll save some hair. So after pulling my hair left, right, I finally start getting some of that shed hair out as my hair softens more. Oh, it was a big job. I must admit, having my hair knotted up like this made me think of just getting a scissors and cutting it off. Actually, that would be so easy. But you know what? God wouldn't have given me this type of hair if I couldn't handle it. So it's just a process of love, care, self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is key. Loving what you have. I feel like I'm past the point of thinking my hair is ugly. I just love my hair right now. It's so versatile. It changes shape. Even when it shrinks, it still looks nice. So I've cultivated the patience. Patience is important. I know it gets frustrating, but as long as you're patient, you can deal with the hair. So whenever you detangle your hair with your fingers, at least for me, I ensure that I use my thumbs. Soon as I see or feel my thumbs start gliding through, I know I have breakthrough, and I'll be happy about that. So the key is in the fingers. If your thumbs can glide through, starting from the roots to the ends, and eventually if you're able to rake your hands through your hair, it means you've done most of the detangling and most of the job is done. Now I still have a few knots here and there, but it's a gradual process. Of course, detangling can't be 100%. We keep shedding hair throughout the day, so the best thing, just do a good job and that will be okay. You'll lessen on the knots. So I'm just gonna put this part in fast forward to the part where I actually will start twisting this section of hair. But I really just wanted to show you how thorough I am when it comes to detangling my hair. I did say if it means pulling out single strand one by one, I'm gonna do it. So that's that. I feel like my hair is ready now. I've done 90% of the detangling. I'm just going through and trying to pull and tug on the hairs just to make sure that they're even, and just to check for any last knots before I actually start twisting this section. Always remember, when you're twisting hair like this, the fact that I haven't done a braid on the root, ensure that you have a firm grip on the hair just to avoid the roots from puffing up quickly. As you know, when our hair comes in contact with moisture, it shrinks up and it kind of makes the hairstyle look a bit more messy. So when you're doing this, just make sure you have a tight grip on the root as you go twisting down the rest of the hair. But then again, if you're going for that free and defined look, I suppose twisting loosely from the roots is fine. It all depends on what you want. And as I finish, I'm just going to cut off those loose hairs from that twist there, and I'm done for that one. Now you can imagine all that time for one twist. I also had another section that was matted up and tangled and all that, and I started working on this one too. This one also proved to be a bit challenging. I'm sure you can see the knots there, the tangles, the hair that's clamped up together. You can see all that, and it starts from the roots, so I'm gently separating that as well. People always ask me how it is that my hair is kinky, curly, coily, but it still manages to grow long. And it's simply the fact that I'm careful with whatever I do, and I follow the do's and the don'ts for natural hair. It's a manageable thing, and it can be done if you're willing to make the sacrifice. And if you really want to see your hair grow long, there's certain things you can do and certain things you can't do. Not that I don't enjoy my hair, believe me, I do, but there's just things. For example, you can see how careful I am whilst I'm doing this. You can imagine how much hair I would have lost if I decided to yank my hair out or try to comb through my hair without finger detangling it with so much patience. So this is the end product. A friend of mine visited, so I had to leave the house, and I just put my hair in a simple bun. So I just want to show you the twists. This is how they came out. I know they are not even, but hey, my hair was in a bad state, so this is good enough for me. I'm not really big on parting and making sure that the parts are clean. Since my hair got longer, I don't really care about that, unless if I have a particular objective I want to achieve. Other than that, I'll just pick on the hair and wherever I feel I can twist, and that's that. So you can see my twist there. That's the back view. I like them, so that's fine. So I'm just gonna do a braid that goes around my head, mainly because I don't want any hair in my face, and sometimes when I sleep the bonnet just rolls off my head and I find myself on the pillow. Of course, my pillow is a silk pillowcase, so that's fine, but then I just don't want twists all over the place on my face. Yeah, so that's the thing. And actually, this is a nice protective style. I could actually go out with this tomorrow. The only thing probably is that I'll try to lay my edges with a bit of gel and I'll be set. Or probably I'll pull out a piece that can fall on my face just to make it look more stylish, and I'll be set for the day. Sometimes I even wear scarves. I love that. I think it's a great style. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the feedback. I really love your support, and I read all your comments. So thank you so much for watching, and take care. Bye.